Welcome to the fifth and final round with Rally. Sadly, the last round I'll probably ever play with this deck. Nope. Do need another land on the play, so I'm going to go Prairie Stream to draw my land, fetching this to green. Play Jace. This way, this way if I draw another basic, like if I specifically draw basic plains, I have a Flooded Shrine in my hand that can turn into a black source. Next turn, I'm going to, well, it depends on what I draw, I guess. I'm probably going to lose my Jace this turn. Oh, my opponent's going to play Jace this turn. Well, that's better than Sidisi's Faithful, so I'm going to discard Faithful, play the Reflector, get a basic island. Except that I don't have a black source for now, because I would like to curve out. Don't look at my graveyard. Think that I'm just Bant Company. My opponent looks to be probably Mantis Rider Bant, or whatever that is. Is there a reason to slow roll Company? Technically, but random main deck Dispel seems like a beating if I let that happen. I don't really want Ailey. I'd actually just rather have another card, I think. Yeah. My as-is rally for Reflector Mage Faithful seems pretty good. Well, there goes that plan. My opponent can flashback Radiant Flame, so I don't want to overextend this Jace into it. Just gonna attack. My opponent's 66 cards, which implies that their mana... They have to have Mantis Rider then. The only reason you do that is to have the Ben Rubin mana base. Is there a reason to get blue-black here? And I guess I still have the second blue-black in deck, so that Flooded Strand doesn't get stranded. Fine extending that into Radiant Flames. It's not actually a magic card. So I'm going to get to scry 3 off of potential flashback flames. Or my opponent's going to play something else and kind of stabilize some other way. Maybe they're just full on 66 card Joe Lissette or something like that. Target player discards a card. 2 damage to Zulaport. Sure. I still get to scry. That's not a company or a rally. Okay, playing that because the amount of scries I get is just astronomical. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 scries. Yeah, if I see 10 cards deeper, then this game has to be over. What do I get to rally back if that's the case? Get back. I don't get a sack outlet, but I do get a decent number of drains. Okay. I miscounted by 2, 8. Thought I had one more creature for some reason. That's not a rally, but still 9 cards deeper. Pretty sure I'm supposed to not let my opponent untap before I cast that. Though, they have that much mana now? Is there a reason to... I'll wait till upkeep. What is the worst that happens? Silumgar's command? I'd rather that not be part of my life. I'd also rather just draw a card on my main phase. Okay, cool. I want you. That has no legal target, so I want to this resolve the scries after. I want the token getting to be the last part of this, or the first part of this. I want to keep this in play. I want the sifters in play to draw to something that I can then Jace to. What do I sack? Visionary? Or Reflector? Probably Reflector. Just keeping Reflector in my graveyard is very good. And I can save. I guess I could save a Sifter. I don't really care about saving a Sifter. I'd rather just draw another card. I guess I should have done this the other way. I should have sacked the Visionary and bounced the Reflector. Yep, that's not what I'm looking for. That's probably what I'm looking for. I can cast that on my upkeep before the rally trigger resolves. Then all sorts of fun things can happen. No! Now I have to dig for a different company or something? Uh, yeah, that's fine. Sack the Scion to get 2 scries. So let's do that. I don't want that. Do you want that? Let's let that resolve. Jace, discard Visionary, flip, cast Company. I think this is the right mana to leave open. Well, I guess that didn't pan out the greatest, but yeah, I'll let that happen. Don't need my mana. I should have used the floating mana. Yeah, let's just attack Jace and not let my opponent flash anything fun back. And add a counter to my Jace. Cool. So, again, an example of rally being busted, even though we just kind of short rallied for what looked to be about nothing. We just, drew a card. So we ended up plus 1 card, a Jace, a bunch of Scries. Just like too many things to really count. Okay, sure. Cutthroat. Uh, let's see. I actually should have Jaced first main. Just targeting it. Attack with both. Yeah, let's not do that. So let's attack my opponents. Attack Jace. I think that's right. Because I want this to live until second main now that I should have just minus Jace first main is really the issue. Well, now my opponent's dead. Yeah, the reason I should have minus Jace, I wasn't even gonna. Oh, I still had all these. I wasn't even gonna. Where was I saying? Um, I wasn't even gonna flashback the company first main. I just want the option that if my opponent throws a kill spell at my token, that I can use it to flashback company and play the visionary there. You are not good magic cards. Not super exciting. Don't really need to cutthroat. I guess I didn't. See, this is just too many things to board out. Let's leave in one more. But let's. No, you're secretly not a duress. That looks about right. Don't really want to overload on cuts. We didn't see. I guess we did see a second black source that could potentially be a Kalitas, but our opponent's deck was kind of weird, and I don't really want to go too deep on that plan, where we just try to kill all their creatures until we see like mentors or something. Because, like, with the 66 cards, I really don't know what's going on. Though I guess if they're Bring to Light, I'd probably want the third cut anyways. This mana base right now is a little sketch. So, yeah, I can't even curve out properly. Yeah. close enough, though. That's the thing with this deck. You just kind of keep hands that play cards, and then you win the game. I kind of like slow rolling that. This is going to get green-white. Oh. Well, you did it. Green-white to white-blue is kind of awkward. But if I visionary, there's like a pretty, not great chance. What, there's not actually that many cards that untapped add black to my mana pool, but um, I don't think it's the difference between a 2-drop this turn and no 3-drop. Well, see, you can draw 3-drops that you can cast. The thought there is that if I play the Visionary next turn, I'm likely missing my 3-drop, whereas if I don't play the Visionary, I'm hitting my 3-drop. But like either way, I'm putting, just a thing on the board. I'm still playing something on 4. I think just the payoff on the Visionary, like the extra card to hit really whatever, is just better. Oh. See? Or you could just draw the good card. Let's look at Swamp. And we'll play that one or Husk. I like this one first. I think it lines up better against removal. Like if my opponent has like a Kolaghan's Command or something here, I don't know. Yeah, they're like a 5-color Bring to Light nonsense stack. Yeah, absolute nonsense. That's just not something I can abide by right now. I think Pulse of Moross is like an actually good Magic card, but like I guess it's a fine tutor target. But like I can imagine 67 better cards. Sure. I would like to return that to your hand. Guess I'll get a blue-black. I guess Pulse is not the end of the world against mediocre beats. Hopefully I don't get flames or cruxed or whatever sweeper my opponent opts to play. Sure. I'll scry 3. Here's to hitting something good. I did it! I hit something good. Well, I'm going to play something good on my main phase. Do I want to shuffle spells back in? Not really. I've got white. Well, let's get the other blue-black, I guess. Ugh. Rally, cut. So this gets green. I play both of my creatures. I get Rhino down to 10. So far, Duress has hit Duress and nothing. This is another one of the edges of the rally deck is people board in these cards to fight you, and they just like sometimes don't do a lot. It's really easy for the rally deck to position or just draw cards that are like not spells because it's 8 spells and a bunch of creatures. So my opponent's got Rhino, Jace, question mark in hand. What is my best possible draw? Not Rally the Ancestors. Am I getting Murderous Cutted? Treasure Cruised. Okay, that was a pretty good turn for my opponent. So they know about this. Just get the other green-white. I've got a million black. This can get blue-white. Anything can get blue-white. I think the entire squad is jumping in front of Rhino next turn. I'm okay losing Husk and a token there. I guess the worst for me to lose would be Sifter token. And I need to spend 2 kill spells to survive that exchange. I get a bunch of scries if they do. And the scries draw me to... Let's think about this. Where do we get? It's not the greatest rally in the world. This is probably Kalitas. Kalitas would be really annoying here. Languish? Sure. I would like to keep Nantuko Husk in play. Not really what I'm looking for. And... that's pretty good. I'll keep that one. I guess my opponent gets to Radiant Flames with their Jace, so that was... There's better cards, but... I guess that means I keep this. Yeah, this exchange isn't terrible. They Radiant Flames with their Jace, they attack with Rhino, and I can trade. I guess Languish is kind of a beating. Yeah, I was probably supposed to ship that to bottom and try and hit Rally or Company. Yeah, Rally getting back 2 Reflectors is probably enough there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite lethal, though. I think they're supposed to Languish. The dream would be something like Consume the Meek, but that's just not in the format. Actually, the dream would be Kalitas, and then Radiant Flames. There we go. I guess that they now get to bring to light for a spot removal spell. Oh, they can just. Oh, that was bad. I forgot they can Radiant Flames for less than 3. Also, just kind of dead now. Right? Not actually dead. It's another treasure cruise. The best card that way too few people are playing. Well, I drew Rally, which might actually be good enough. Let's just get the other husk in the graveyard. Right. Then I plus here. I think that in order to win this game from here, I have to hope my opponent doesn't have a thing to wreck me with. If they have any counter for Rally, I'm dead. But I have doubts that that's what's going to happen here, just based off of getting lucky previously. Uh, this first because I would like to do things. Rally for 3. Oh, well, see, nothing happened. So I'd like to bounce that. I would like to bounce that again. I'd like to draw a card. I'm going to throw a bunch of creatures in front of Rhino. Uh, yeah, you know what? I should probably scry a couple times before drawing this card. Just so I'm just all action for the rest of the game. Not too excited about that. Not excited about that. Uh, yeah, you know what? One of these yeah, one of these reflectors can just leave. Yeah, you're not exciting. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Get to scry a lot of other times. Everything just jumps in front of the Rhino. Probably just going to flashback company with Jace. I know my opponent doesn't have an answer to Rally in hand, otherwise they would have cast it. I guess my goal for my next turn is just to company twice. And from there, it's probably enough. Probably bring to light. Sure. Uh, oh, you cast it, so I can still respond. Even if it's like Kalidas or something. Trying to think what my opponent could actually have here that matters enough. It's not a lot. They literally have access to like anything in the format. Kolaghan's Command. Okay. What are they choosing? Discard a card, 2 damage to me? Okie dokie. Hopefully Jace lives, because that would be obnoxious if it didn't. Worth noting I'm at an effective 1 because this can bring for another Rhino. I know their hand's Ojutai. Yeah. Oh, they can just Kolaghan's for a Rhino? Okay, so I have to gain life this turn? We can do that. Could potentially gain a lot of life. Find a Cutthroat. So... Scry twice. That's not a Cutthroat. That's not a Cutthroat. That's not a Cutthroat. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. A bunch of looks at a Cutthroat, plus I get to flashback the rally still. That's so I see 6 cards that hit a Cutthroat versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty sure this is right to leave on top. I guess it's yeah. I do this before attacking. I've got white open, so that's fine. Grim Haruspex, so I'm dead now, right? I guess I could... What can I do? Yeah, that's not what I needed. So I can not do anything. I can flashback, company, hit Husk. Okay, cool. Not dead still. So I want to get Haruspex, Jace, Reflector, Rally, whatever. Attack with all creatures. Let's take Jace as far out of range as possible. Flash this back. And a miss. Let's see. Opponent's obviously going to cast it. I'm just thinking through my outs as I have. I think, yeah, I have 1 or 2. What? I had a Cutthroat on bottom, but I think I had shuffled it. No, I hadn't shuffled it back in because I was still looking for the other rally. Let's see. Still haven't seen a Cletus, so I don't think I want the extra. Yeah, I think I had to find a Cutthroat in the first one, or a Cutthroat plus a Husk in the second one. Still liking my exact sideboard plan right now. What? Well, that's an interesting result. Uh, huh. Okay then. Yeah, I think I'm still supposed to shave on cutthroats because it's not. Well, actually, no. I should have. I would have boarded this back in here. Um, Not sure for what though. Like this is really good here. This see the problem is, this is good because my opponent's like a language deck, but I don't actually know what I'm supposed to shave. I think probably just a reflector. My opponent's kind of represented that they're not a Kalidas deck, so okay. Well, I feel favored in game three of that. Definitely a lot. I think I could have done that second game slightly differently to potentially preserve some life.